Well, the coronavirus has affected every aspect of our lives, even the one thing we've been doing since the beginning of time, making babies.
Having the family you want to have, when you want to have it, has been a luxury in the U.S. But the pandemic has many people rethinking their baby-making plans, postponing having a baby, and some even deciding not to at all. While others are moving forward regardless of the current circumstances and seeking out alternative birthing plans they never considered before. So, how has the pandemic affected people's decisions to reproduce? And with all the sheltering in place, confining couples to close quarters, will this cause a coronavirus baby boom or a baby bust?
Sarah Lavonne, labor nurse and birth coach, joins us today via Zoom. Hey, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing awesome. How are you?
Great. Okay, so all this shelter in place, people aren't going out, they're home more than they usually are, they're snuggled up. Are we going to have a boom, a COVID baby boom?
Well, that is the question that everyone is asking right now. And a lot of times after, like, say, a blizzard or a natural disaster or something, we see a little bit of a baby boom. But actually, the research is showing that that's not going to be the case, that we're looking at somewhere between 300 and 500,000 less births in this upcoming year in the United States.
Wow.
And a lot of times, like, we have to think about why that might be. And there's, to me, a lot of different factors at play. One, there's the pandemic, right? That we are in a very uncertain time. And with that comes an uncertain future, which leads to potentially economic impact, right? When you're starting a family, you're thinking about what is the economic impact? I need to have the money to spend on a child. It costs money. And then there's also the really real or perceived risk related to having a baby during a pandemic and related to pregnant people. And there's lots of families that may choose and say that they don't want to bring a baby into this time when it is so uncertain, or when the prenatal care might be a little more subpar than they're used to. They're still getting the most amazing medical care,
Sure,
but it's just different, and that's uncertain for people.
But are there other birthing trends that were started by COVID?
The biggest thing right now is going to be that people, because of all of the unknown, they want to hold on to the known and some sort of element of control. And so with that comes seeking out more information. And that includes online childbirth classes, reading, doing their own research, and then really prepping with their partner to know what to expect during this time.
We're living in uncertain times. It's tough to keep up with the latest medical headlines.
About the market, panicked about COVID.
And how do those headlines impact you and your family? 100,000 people died. On season 13 of The Doctors, we want to empower you physically.
If I met them at dance, they would meet me at medicine.
Man, I love that. Emotionally.
If I can change my thoughts, I can change my feelings.
And medically.
He doesn't have his mask up, which is not a good thing.
This is the $1 million question, maybe the $1 trillion question. This is so critical for people to hear. We're giving you the inside track on health and wellness so that you can get back to the life you deserve. It's time to take back your power. The Doctors, now more than ever. Premieres September 21st.